Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call hello, Yahweh. Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Dash. Double honors go out once again to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations also go out to the fellow Akim out there on the highways and byways, across the four corners of the earth, pushing this true. All right, trying to wake up the remaining hopefully like this is now out of the DC camp. And this video here, in a few of my latest videos, I brought up the case for, you you so-called black woman, in specific, you Judite women. All right, nobody likes you. You've been allowed, however many decades it's been, basically since, let's just say the 60s. Of course, further back than that, technically. But let's just use the last 60 years. And in that time, the so-called white man, with his media, one of his greatest weapons, has managed to shape the public opinion, not only of us as a whole, but you women. See, he allowed you to run around here and, with the feminist movement and all that, and it actually started, what we know today, started shortly before Gloria Steinem was publicly known on the scene. It started with, what was that lady's name? Damn it, I can't remember off the top of my head. She looked like she was so-called Middle Eastern or something. I can't remember the damn lady's name. Damn it. But she's the one that started all that shit about women getting out the home and getting their job and all that shit. Steinem, and we don't know who set her, at least I don't, that's something I got to check up on. Who's to say who set her up? I mean, you can guess, and then they brought Steinem in, and she was just a cleanup, But in any case, oh man, they set you up. Sweet. I say that to say this video here that I'm gonna play here. Also, some of my latest videos, I made a couple where so-called black women from America went overseas thinking they could carry that, attitude with them to countries that don't tolerate that bullshit. In fact, you have to question the intelligence of the people that that did that shit. All right, especially one, Saudi Arabia. All right, see, this so-called white man, especially this American, has spread, has talked about us. I put it this way: has talked about us to such an extent, and this was done on purpose. If you remember the movie A Soldier Story, with the late, what was his name? Fuck. You had a lot of young Denzel Washington when he was very young. He was just getting started. I think this was made in '84. Adolf Caesar, he's been dead. He played Sergeant Waters in that movie. You had, like I said, Art Evans. I think he's still around. Damn, I can't remember the other ones, but it was basically what you consider now, even though they were just starting out there, an all-star cast. A lot of them, I won't say a lot, quite a few of them are no longer with us, but in any case, he told the story, Sergeant Waters, why he hated CJ character, who's been dead since I think like '91. But everybody liked him because of his singing, his country blues and all that. But Sergeant Waters couldn't stand him, And when Art Evans' character, who was stripped of his sergeant stripes, told him, told the investigator, he said, you know what? He said he just hated him because, he was like, down home country boy. And, Sergeant Waters, he was from, what was he, New York or something like that. And he just, he let it be known that some forts that he went to, he dealt with Jake like that, He just couldn't stand him. He's told a story about him being in France, World War I, and how they used a Jake like that to, what did they do? They put a cape on him, put a tail on him, and I guess he was in his underwear or something, and he was running around, and what did they put, a crown on his head or something? I can't remember the full detail, but they said they called him Moonshine, King of the Monkeys. And him, Sergeant Waters, and, some of his buddies got together, and they killed the guy. They cut his throat. They said before they cut his throat, he had the nerve to ask, what have I done? Well, we look at movies like that, and we think to ourselves, well, I would never be like that. But look what they've done to our people with hip-hop, gangster rap. The women, how they carry themselves. You see, this motherfucker is a master at what he does, to the point where the people are doing it, they don't even realize it. But they'll sit down and look at a movie like what I just described, Soldier Story, or other movies that depicted our people in such a low state, and they said, that'd never be me. But yet it is. Yet it is. Oh, and you women. Going back to my original point, the way he has shaped you, these social experiments, and you never for once thought, like these women that went abroad, how you would be perceived by these people because you just think America is it. No. And although when she came, well, even before she came back, they were trying to spin it to whereas they over there had the problem. No, it was the American women. Which, see, Saudi Arabia, she got checked. Italy, she got checked. Where else was it? Bulgaria, she almost lost her life. She was a, what do you call it? She was what is that? Fulbright scholar. Yeah. Yeah. And it's a couple other places I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah. Because we are always and have been always under attack. And, some shape or form. All right? It never stopped. We're constantly at war. Just a lot of our people just, you want to, this hell that we're in, you want to make it as comfortable as possible. And unfortunately, in taking that attitude, a lot of things that you don't think get past you. All right? Yeah. See, they love it. Because there has to be an excuse for why you're treated like you're treated. But it's not all us. You talk about white supremacy, but look at them. Fortunately, in this day and age with technology the way it is, all this information is coming out. A lot of, and don't fool yourself. A lot of people knew even before the times that we're in now, the game that's being played, because a lot of them profited off of it. All right. So yeah, don't ever think that everybody's just waking up now as to the way things are when it comes to us. No. But let's go ahead and play this video. I've rambled for 9 minutes. But I'm mostly going to stay in Isaiah 3rd chapter and 4 and 1 because the times are now coming. You wonder why those scriptures, especially Isaiah 4 and 1 is there. Let's go ahead and read it real quick. And it says, And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So this strong black woman bullshit that you've been allowed to believe, because let's face it, the way things are set up here in this society, yeah, you've got a false sense of self, a false sense of security, and that's slipping away quickly. Because trust you me, when the rule of law breaks down, for those of you that run around here more than half naked, you are going to rue the day that you ever put on a pair of spandex or Daisy Dukes or any other inappropriate thing. That's why the scriptures say, dressed in modest apparel. There's a reason for it. See? You look at, when we bring out the scriptures on certain things, oh, that's oppressive, that's repressive. You know, those days, but there was a reason for these things. Remember, these books of wisdom. That implies that people live through certain things and they arrived at these conclusions for a reason. See, you people come to America, or even those that have been here, all right, the way things are now, you think this is freedom. Because you're allowed to run around here and act any kind of way that you want. All right? Like I said, you've been, boy, you've been set up. Let's go ahead and roll this. Oh crap. Let's go ahead and roll the video.
So a sister in Westchester, Illinois has what I call a white supremacist problem. Check it out.
I'm sitting here minding my business. He comes up to me and tells me to hurry up. The ATM wouldn't let me deposit everything, so I had to do 2 transactions. He walks up to me and says, you kind of people do the most. He said, you kind of people, and he says he deals with this all the time. So, yes, get his ID number, all that. Yeah, and he said he deal with you kind of people. He telling me to hurry up. You could go inside. And I got...
So as you saw there, she was at a...
You see the expression on that Edomite's face? See, here's the thing. I made the comment several times after that Alabama incident. All right. Everybody got caught up in, Jake swimming across the body of water there to join in the fight, and you act like you just won salvation. For what? But I had said after that, you don't know this so-called white man. A lot of you, again, because of the way things are in this country now, you think that it's all over. A lot of our people actually think they're free. This is one hell of an illusion. But I told you, having grown up around these motherfuckers, it ain't over. All right? The way Jake was acting, I mean, like, fuck them, but the way this motherfucker thinks, oh no. And then what happened? That shooting down in Florida. All right? Expect more. Expect much more, because now what you fail to realize is, with this Donald Trump shit, another distraction, look at the faces that they're setting up, that they're putting up of the people that are persecuting it. They're like shades of, that's done on purpose. And they're using these idiots, like the guy in New York, the district attorney, and, what borough was that? I can't remember. But this woman down here, prideful thing down in Atlanta, and Judge Joe Brown went off on her because he knew what it was about. even the judge, all right, that's overseeing this, you know, all Jakes. I wonder what that's about. Yeah, like, oh man, this shit is rigged. So, and it's so easy to manipulate our people. They use their own. In this case, when I'm talking about these officials here, they use their own. Oh shit. Man, what's the word I'm looking for? Damn, I had it and I just lost it. Their own drive is another word against them. All right, and it's so easy because Jake really thinks he's made it. All right, and I'm still wondering how the fuck did that shit. Even though I'm not a Trump supporter, don't get me wrong. I'm definitely not, you know, fuck all of them. It's all one sick fucking game. But if you can't tell by now that this is all fucking, because the shit that they're coming at them with, even I know is petty as shit. All right, but they do not, or it seems, I gotta say it like that. It seems as though they do not want this individual back in. The only other, if this doesn't work, there's only one other way, and I'll leave it up to y'all's imagination, because I'm not gonna put that out there like that. All right. So it's like they're trying to bring him to heel, and what I mean to heel is get him under their control. All right. But in any case, back to this. Yeah, you you so-called black woman, it really is over, because unfortunately for you also, not only have you pissed everybody off outside your community, you've driven your men away. Another reason for Isaiah 4:1. All right? Because trust you me, what we're into and what we're trying to tell you about, you know, the Most High Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shai, that's our only protection. We don't have any armies. We are indeed a worm, as the scripture said. Thou worm Jacob. All right? And that's the point. All right? All these things are being done because, A, we're the ones that were under the covenant. And therefore, for breach of that covenant, all right, there are penalties. For example, the curses. That's what we're going through, and that's why we're going through them. All right? And this is being done to let you know that, hey, you can't make it without me. But our people are so, hey, 2/3 of our people got to go. We know it's Zechariah 13:8, you know. There's a reason for it. They're never going to get it. They're purposely blinded. Isaiah 29 and 10, all right? Isaiah 6 and 9, all right? Romans 11:7 on down, all right? A lot of our people were purposely blinded, all right? Even some of them know that they're Israelites, you know, Romans 9 and 6, you know. All right. By all Israel is not, well, let's just get it. I don't want to butcher. This is Romans, hold on. Oh, boy. It says, and this is a good chapter to read. Read it from top to bottom. All right, it'll answer several questions for you Christians out there that think this is for everybody. No, it never was. Not as though the word of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai have taken on effect, for they are not all Israel, which are of Israel. These spirits coming back, all right, a lot of these were the ones that persecuted our Lord and handed him over to the Romans, all right, to be crucified. You can read the long version of that in Matthew 27 and the condensed version in Acts 3rd chapter, start 13, verse 13. All right? And chose a nigger to be free. A grimy, Hey, same thing goes on today. Man, but all right, let's continue with the video. Oh boy.
So there, she was at a bank, a drive-through ATM, where she said a man walked up to her, told
But you don't need no man. Okay.
her to hurry up, and you people, you kind of people always do the most. And another white man co-signed it. Now, the man that came up to originally, I don't know if he's Hispanic or he's white, but let's say he's a white supremacist or wannabe white supremacist, just for the sake of argument. All right, so here's my issue with that. First of all, don't you be walking up on me at the ATM for no reason at all. I don't care if I'm taking 15 minutes. Don't walk up on my vehicle as I'm depositing money, because I don't know what kind of fool you are. And as she said, the ATM wouldn't take her deposit all at once, so she had to do 2 transactions. But I guess she was taking a little bit too long, so he gonna walk up on her vehicle and then talking about you kind of people always do the most. What do you mean by you kind of people do the most? You talking about black people? You talking about people with money? Like, what are we doing here, right? And then the other devil talking about, yeah, I deal with this all the time. Well, did you work at the bank? Like, what are you talking about? And so that's another thing black people in America cannot do. We cannot go to the ATM and deposit money without mayonnaise people messing with us, because we are doing what most people do.
Hey, this is what we pray for. This place to be done away with. You know, it can't be done away with fast enough. All right. Fuck this place. All right. I mean, to get irritated over something as small as that, she just told you what happened. You know, and even then, if it was that urgent, go on inside. Of course, if it's open, you know. But that too represents, all right, the times we're in now, and people are feeling what's going on with this economy and all this other shit that's taking place in the world, and they realize that them folks, all right, that, hey, you're never going to return to the so-called good old days of just, hey, 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, let alone back in the 50s and all this shit. It's over. And a lot of them, because of the events that went on the last 3.5 years, a lot of people were forced, you know, to spend more time on the internet. You know, they've seen things that they otherwise would not have paid attention to. Who knows? He might have ran across some videos, you know, got told about himself. He knows that this shit is over. All right. So a lot of them, yeah, they're going to be less patient. All right. Because just, you know, the times that we're in. That's why I always say you got to be circumspect out here. Keep your head on a swivel. Because incidents like what happened down in Florida, those people woke up, you know, they never expected, like the woman in the car. I saw the video. He came out there, she was, whatever she was doing in the car, and she looked up, she got a rifle in her face. All right. You know the history of these devils, and you know that because of that history, they will do anything to get their way. Your life, my life, baby's life, old Grandma Lucy, Granddad, they don't care. That's scripture too. They don't care about the young or the old. All right, they showed none of us mercy. In Luke 2:13, James 2:13 tells you because of that, they're going to be showed no mercy. So all you people out there looking for an excuse to try to save a so-called white man, there's so many scriptures that, well, of course, once you find out their biblical nationality, you know, there is no saving him. Period. Unless he really is a Jake. You know, that's that color thing. We're talking about the spirit. All right, they're done. But that's a whole nother video in itself. These Christians, they get oof. It's like you were talk to a tree.
ATM, and that's deposit money. Now listen, sometimes the ATM does have a malfunction or whatever, and it's not your fault. But even still, some people, like myself, I want to make sure I'm doing everything right, and then I'm looking to the left, I'm looking to the right, I'm looking in the rear view, whatever, making sure somebody don't run up on me as I'm, doing my transaction. So, but to run up on somebody talking about hurry up, first of all, you don't tell me what to do, and I might just take a couple of more minutes because you came at me that way. And if you don't like the speed that I'm going, then you get yourself out of line and you mosey yourself on into the bank and you let them help you. But my thing is, did you think I was going, okay, let me hurry up because, this, white man is mad. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not, and then back up off my vehicle while you're at it. But I'm glad that sister took a video to let everybody know that that's what they doing to black women at ATMs. Hurry up. Better be happy she wasn't packing, because it might have been a whole different story. Ooh, I thought he was going to rob me. Because if it had been the other way around, it would have been a whole different story. So anyway, y'all tell me what you think of that. And
Facts.
for commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra K Show, here on YouTube.
Facts. But then again, there's an incident that happened down in Florida where Jake did just that. He was minding his own business. Some rednecks drove up on him, calling him all kinds of names. So he tried to get away. He went into a place of business. They act like they were going to leave, so he came on out. These rednecks turned around, came back at him, kept harassing him. Didn't expect it, he had that hammer on him, and he lit their asses up. One of them is no longer with us, of course, and guess who's locked up? Even though it's Florida, and they tell you that, that castle doctrine and all that other shit, You don't have to, but we know, of course, that only applies to them folks. Yeah, that happened. That's a recent case, as a matter of fact. He's, as far as I know, he's still locked up. I didn't do a video on it. I should have. I still might. That's fucked up. His own video. What happened? Still locked him up. Still locked him up because it goes back to the late 1600s, early 1700s. We don't have a right to defend ourselves. Ain't that some shit? So really, what has changed? But again, staying on point here, you women, you contributed to what's coming about for you with that stank attitude. You can do this all by yourself. Okay. Because the thing is, like I said, you've driven a lot of the men in your own community. Child support, all this other shit that you join hand in hand with the enemy. All right. So you really think even, I don't think there's enough simps to go around to save you from what's coming. Hey, so that's going to be it on this. I didn't read the Fair Use Act, but I'll just post it. But yeah, it's going to be hard times. Hard times. All right. 2nd Ezra 16 from 15 on down. All right. It's terrible times. All right. And this fire that's coming, all the upheavals, like I said, when that rule of law, and it's coming sooner than a lot of you might have either hoped or suspected. It's coming. All right. It is coming. Hey, so with that, until the next video, hey, shalom.